of options here. Take your time. What you decide to do will have consequences.
So hi guys, we're back with another episode of an F1 2021 My Team Career Road episode 2 today, and today we start off with an event.
Thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but
Yeah,
I think
you saw there that we choose base from our awareness for a second driver, Dan Ticktum. And yeah, today's episode is the Spanish Grand Prix, a very entertaining episode with a lot of fights in the race and a very interesting qualifying. And then we head on to the develop upgrades, and then we head on to the aerodynamics department where we upgrade that too, and we get to spec 1, and then we head on to another event where it's the request of Dan Ticktum's weekly meeting, and it says if we agree second driver experience go low and the aero department morale goes up. So we choose that one. We get over that, and then we go straight to practice. We go to track for the first one, and then the others we're going to do to the quick practice. First lap of the practice, we do the track acclimation, and in the first lap we have a quick spinala just for the start to have the heat of the race. And then, as you can see, second lap, we go quite slower there because we don't really know the racing line. I mean, it's practice, so it's not only to get the R&D points, but to get better at the track. We finish that one, and we go to the quick practice. We do 100%, 70%. Get that one. 50% with 2 of them. Fuel efficiency and 150 points over R&D points. Check if we have time for something else. We don't, and we go straight into qualifying. So Q1 it is our first lap. We have been a bit struggling a bit on that 180 turn. You see we go very slow over there. Here's a place where we usually spin, so we go slow too. And we haven't been really pushing that much because we don't want to spin and have a DNS, so we at least need the chance to compete. And you see here, last corners we go really slow. We go very safe. And first lap it's finishing now, and we are more than a second behind Latifi. That's the last driver in front of us. And then we head on onto our second lap. We get 5 tenths positive delta, and the open DRS, and we still are more than 1 whole second behind of Latifi. And now we have 5 seconds to have one last strike. Are we gonna make it? Yes, we can. So we have one last chance to at least not be lost. First 2 corners, very beautiful. We already are 2 tenths in front of our time. 4 tenths now, we get a very good exit, and that's why on the straight we make it even more positive, the delta. Another corner here, very clean, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, really making a very good lap. This corner over here we get a bit wide, but we still have quite a good run. 6 tenths in front, we literally have God mode right now, because it's a very good lap. Here 7 tenths in front. This corner 1 gear down, DRS 8 tenths in front, 9 tenths in front. Now the 180 corner where we struggle a bit, very clean, more than a second in front. A bit safe on this corner, we don't really want to push and lost our whole time. Going slowly to our last corners, clean one. Another one, we go clean, a bit slow so we don't spin, but we get even more time, more than 1.5 seconds in front. We have literally done my best time ever in Spanish Grand Prix with this car, and boom, 1.5 seconds in front of our best time. Let's see what we're gonna get, and it's gonna be let's see, above P14. And it's gonna be P20. Very decent, as Dan takes them in P15.
Starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Perez, Lando Norris, and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel, Stroll, and Carlos Sainz. Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Tsunoda. Mick Schumacher, Ticktum, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Russell, Joker, Mazepin, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So as you saw there, Dan Ticktum, P16, he out-qualified us. He made it even into Q2, but now it's a different story. It's the race, far red lights, and away we go. And we get a very good start, as we almost get into Latifi, but we overtake him at the outside now. Better, and we're faster than Giovinazzi. Dan Ticktum is in front of us, and we do a big dive bump. We go a bit off track, we let Dan Ticktum get in front of us, and we gain one position from the first corner. We get a bit wide, but we don't lose some time. Now into the other corners, everybody early brake, so I early brake. No damage, no nothing, looking very clean. Now everyone is like piled up, so we could go into the open corners there and go a bit wide and overtake him, but I don't want to risk it. We just get behind Giovinazzi as we go for a little look in front of him, and we have a little spin because of that, so that wasn't a good idea. But still, now the 180 curve over there, so we're gonna just early brake so we don't have any damage. But no, we're gonna go for the dive bump, and we overtake Giovinazzi as we hit a cone and put it off there. And we're behind Dan Ticktum for behind like 7/10, looking really good. But then we have a spin and we lose all our time that we tried to gain in the last 2 laps, and Mazepin is now even closer to us. So now, as you see, Mazepin goes for a dive. We let him some space. He doesn't fully look at our position to gain, so we go a bit defensive. Don't really push, we don't really care now about Dan Ticktum. Just go safely, not get overtaken, and follow it up from our race. And now lap 5, as Mazepin has an open DRS and he easily overtakes us. We're trying to get a good one. We almost bump into Mazepin, but our reflections are very good, and we just get next to him. We don't have any damage right now. And now we are just fighting with Giovinazzi as he's trying to overtake us again. Next to us wheel to wheel, but we get the racing line. We didn't have any contact, it's only my wheels that are 20%, and it gives me that notification. Mazepin, we're still trying to get our position back. And now in this corner, we spin again. It's the same corner when we spin, so we lose all our time from Mazepin. And now we don't really concentrate on him, but on Latifi and Russell. So we don't really care about Mazepin, but now he's in the pits, so we overtake a lot of people. As you saw at the start, we're stretching our softs, so we have 1 more lap to go. We get into the pits. We need to get a decent pit stop, so we get in front of Mazepin. And let's see now how much it is. And it's at 2.2 with a good exit. We see Mazepin 12 seconds, 8 seconds, 3 seconds. He's not right next to us. Who's gonna get his head in front? Mazepin's from the inside now, the outside. He gets the move done, but we're right behind him, and we are gonna really push so we get the position. Right behind him, Mazepin early brakes a bit. We just make the brakes enough so we don't bump into him. And again, the same thing. We don't bump to him just on time, and now we're right next to him on the outside. That corner, we tried to do a switch back, but it's not enough. He had more speed over there, so we couldn't make the move down. But still, now we have DRS, so maybe we can make the move down like with a dive bump. DRS, CRS, 8th gear. On the dive bomb, are we gonna make it possible? And we are! We're going to make the move down from Mazepin, and we're now in P19. Following on to lap 9, nothing really has happened. Mazepin is now 2 seconds behind us. We have closed the gap onto 7.5, and now we have our fastest lap 1:20.519. It's our fastest lap, but Max Verstappen's fast lap is 1:17. Not even close, but oh, we're so close to spin over there. Somehow we get the brakes there and we don't spin. We don't have damage, so that's good. Now into lap 12, 2 laps, nothing happened. I can just show you that Russell overtakes Mazepin. And now in lap 16, after 3 laps of nothing happening, Russell has closed the gap and we almost spin. And now with the two last laps, Russell is right behind us trying to make the move. So we need to be careful that he doesn't overtake us here in this curve. Our grip has been kicking in, so we need to be extra careful. And now Russell is still behind us. We go really safe. No, don't leave him space. I mean, if we need to. Now we need to get a good exit so he doesn't overtake us, but I think that's not going to be possible in the big straight line. Now he will have open DRS. Now he will have a fastest car. Yeah, you see open DRS. Try to get from this side, but he defenses over there and we can't make the move. Very close to him to bump into him and have our front wing destroyed, but no, we're still next to him, behind him actually. Now again, right behind him, we have a little contact, but we still don't have any damage because of a little contact. Russell now again, he's just going really slow, but really defensive. Now into this corner. Maybe if we're gonna make the move and we spin a bit, and we're going to lose all our time now behind him, but we still have DRS, maybe to close the gap a bit on the last lap. Now we are P19 and we're fighting for P18. Russell makes a very good corner. I make it very good. A bit wide, but we're still behind him by 8/10. We need to close the gap on now in the last corners. I think right here that I don't have any corner cutting, so I corner cut a bit. We get a warning, but we can't make the job done. He was too far. We were too far back. Open DRS. We can't make something happen out of it. And now, after all of these, it ended up to be a P18 or 19. I don't remember. It was a very decent one. Lance Stroll, driver of the day, and it was a very entertaining race.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So, let's review the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Lance Stroll certainly put in an impressive performance today. No doubt his team and fans are extremely proud.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.